Lucid Drinking episode 9 now.
Oh, fuck. I don't have a bottle opener.
Great. I do have my keys.
I can do it for you.
So this time we got Preston, Fergon, and Peter Morris.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Fergon. How you dudes doing?
We're doing pretty good.
What's new? What's
Good.
popping? How's life?
Life's
Finished college.
good. I'm about to finish college.
Ooh.
The real question is, how we doing?
Dude, I don't know.
How you doing?
We should
How
make
you
we should make a Lucid Drinking shirt. There's just Alex's face on it. It says, "How you doing? What's going on? How's your life?" or something.
I say it every time.
How's your life doing?
For real though, what's new?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
What's new? What's popping?
I think I'm gonna chug this Rip It, or at least take a shot
He
of
really
it.
wants this
Yeah. What do we
Rip
got? Are we drinking this Drano?
We're drinking Rip It.
That ain't Drano, that's
tribute.
Liquid Plumber.
And I've got here, we've got
I'm gonna try some of yours.
F-bomb. Drink it, don't say it.
I got Limoner.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
Lemon.
I've got the classic 3-way.
Can we all crank them at the same into the mic at the same time?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do that. All right.
Count 1,
On
2,
three.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Oh, it's red.
Oh, mine's red too.
Mine's red.
I'm blue.
I'm
My
gonna
mom
take
told
a
me-
shot of this real
Try
quick.
My mom said red dye number 40 is bad for you.
Well,
Ooh, wow,
it was
that's actually-
109 cents.
There's actually pretty damn good.
There's fizz.
There's
Okay,
fizz.
here we go.
It's like
Shots.
cappuccino.
Are there more shot glasses where
Cheers,
we
bud.
can try other
I
people's?
guess not.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we can
that's
trade.
actually
we
not
can trade,
bad.
right?
It's really good.
Oh, here's the real question.
Ooh, you gotta
Hey,
really
seems
just,
good, right?
you really gotta rip
Seems
it.
good.
This honestly tastes like Hawaiian punch with fizz.
Rip the
added.
rip
You got
it.
some
Should
carbs
we
in here.
switch and see if it's the same kind?
We got
Yeah,
some
what if they
sugar.
just like
Just
didn't-
different cans.
Yeah, tricked
Yeah,
us.
same flavor. All right.
There is no way there's 170% of your daily B12
Cheers.
in here.
Cheers, Mike.
Mike?
You guys,
You didn't even finish the whole shot.
what are you
It
trying?
tastes slightly different. Mine's
Tastes
called
pretty much the same.
F-bomb. His is called Tribute. It's
It's
me
a
get-
tribute to the F-bomb.
Let me get some F-bomb.
You want to get some F-bomb?
Yeah.
You guys want some
Yeah.
lemon owner?
Yeah, let me get some on. Let's
Some
get-
Limoner?
Oh, reach. Got it.
Hey, if you guys are down to have a 3-way.
Oh my god, this is Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah, right? Tastes like it.
Dude, that one was good.
Dude, try that one.
That was good.
Yeah, the Limoner one is good.
Oh, yeah.
It's very smooth.
There's a lot of fruit punch. in
Yeah,
here.
I gotta
see
try
it.
it.
I don't know about the name, but it tastes good.
Right?
All right,
Limoner.
let me get this. I can't be saying
Yeah,
that.
It's just Hawaiian Punch, yeah.
It's not bad.
It's got some blueberries.
You guys had the fruit punch yet?
Yeah.
Yes. There.
It's
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Tributes
blue.
to
That's really good.
patriotic
I think
in all
that's the
right
best
ways.
one.
How much are these things?
Dude, this
$1.09.
reminds me
Oh,
of this Faygo drink.
It's
that they had when I
109
was a
cents.
kid. And it had blueberries playing saxophones on it. It was like a Faygo drink. I don't know if any of you guys ever had that, but
No.
it tastes like cream soda.
Let me Google
It
it.
was blue, and it had like blueberries playing saxophones on it, I think.
What's it called?
Oh,
If you could
wow.
find it. I can't remember, but it was like a blue soda, and I went nuts for that stuff.
Blue
when I was a
bubblegum
kid.
soda or what? Like Jones soda?
No, it was Faygo, I think.
Oh.
Just look up like Faygo blueberries playing saxophone.
Yep, I did.
Is it coming
Damn,
out?
this one just tastes like the rocket popsicles. You know?
Yeah.
Can I get my F-bomb back?
Where's it at?
We got
Oh, it's
three
over
right
here.
over here.
Over there.
We passed
Always
over.
drink it,
Pass that
never
Peter.
say it.
I'm not seeing any
Pass it to Peter. We said-
Always
Oh,
drink it.
always
Never
not
say
seeing
it.
any berries
Did
playing
you just drop an
saxophone.
F-bomb?
It looks like that though. Yeah.
Are you
But
lemon
it used
moaning?
the old design had some blueberries playing saxophone on it. It was
So it's like a
sick.
blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys drink these things consistently?
No.
No,
This is
we
actually
literally
the-
just went into the store and we're like,
But when I turned 16 and I was able to drive myself to high school, one of the first things I did was went to the gas station and bought one of these on the way to school.
Oh,
And
apparently
I was like,
there's
my
a-
mom can't even tell me I can't.
I'd like to say something
I
real
gotta
quick.
get a print.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
If you're not getting your hair cut by Garrett Blair, you're blowing it.
In this household, we do one of two things: we shave it or grow it.
I'm endorsing Garrett's haircuts right
From
now.
where?
He sure cut mine.
speaking
from-
to the camera.
He cut yours, or you're saying
yeah,
get?
he delivers straight to your home.
Wait, what?
He delivers haircuts straight to
did.
your home.
Yeah. You came to our home.
He cut in my kitchen.
How'd that go?
Kitchen cuts.
Great.
Look at his hair.
What was
It looks
the
fucking
what was
good.
the interaction? You just hit him up.
He said he was in town. I wanted a
Oh.
haircut. Pete got a haircut last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sweep up the bush into the pile and then you put it in
Toss
the
it
garbage can. Yeah.
So I want you to tell me about hemp tails.
Hemp tails?
Yeah.
It's a drink that claims that when you drink it, you're gonna get dreadlocks and go Rasta mode. But it just tastes terrible.
Yeah, what were we talking about? That you would make you skate like?
You're Tosh Towan
Yeah,
or
Tosh
Levi
Towan.
Brown?
with the
Yeah.
blonde dreads.
Levi Brown.
It makes
Levi
you
Brown.
think you're gonna have like hemp Nikes on and do a hard flip.
Dude,
and
the
like,
most disgusting drink of
You
all
mean
time.
iPaths?
Oh, or yeah, some
Some
cats maybe or
grasshoppers.
something like
Some
that.
cats.
Yeah, some grasshoppers. But yeah, it's false.
It's false.
What are you drinking right now, Peter? What's about to go in
This
your
is
mouth?
this is ginger beer.
What?
I got it at the store. I got it because it was $1.25. It looks like it's claiming to be something else, but
Dude, you were-
129 cents.
you
it's
were-
clear. That's what I'm into. I'm thinking like, can all ginger beer be clear? They're just dyeing it, you know?
I'm
What
thinking
even
of-
is ginger beer?
It's like
Is it actually beer?
Like a
or is it
ginger
just
you
ale?
guys can try it. You want to pass?
Is it
the
like
shot
root beer,
glasses?
but so it's not really beer, but
it
it's
tastes
like
good.
It's
kinda burns ya.
non-alcoholic. It's just a harsher version of ginger ale.
it
It's
sounds-
kind of
looks
like
like
you want
vinegar.
LaCroix that
Mm.
burns your throat, and it's you can pretend it's healthy for you. a
You
bit.
lost me at LaCroix.
it's a little. It looks like your little
Who
Yeah.
got?
F bomb in
Does
there
anyone
too.
else want to?
I'll pass on this.
I'll
if
take
it's
a sip.
LaCroix.
It's pretty tastes good.
Frick
I
it!
thought.
All right, fine. I'll try it.
Frick it!
Why did that echo?
Just
so much?
pounded it.
Oh, yeah, I want to try.
Damn. Why? Yeah. Why does that burn my throat? You ever had the drink,
Yikes.
the energy drink, cocaine?
And I saw it in the store though, and I
Can't
thought
say
that's
I Smells
like
insane that
aftershave.
they
Dude,
named that.
Talk about burning your throat.
That does that too.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to give a score for some?
Seems
of
like
these
it could be
out of 10, right?
banned.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
like,
what would
I
you,
just,
like,
I just drank
Wait,
aloe.
I got an idea.
What would you guys rate your Rip It? 1 out of 10.
It's just
Straight up.
It honestly tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah,
I'm
2 out
kinda
of 10 for
disappointed.
me.
10
a
out of
little
10
bit.
for the lemon owner.
Still gotta
whatever
get
the
rated,
fuck.
I'd give it a 3.5.
This is
Lemon
2
owner.
out
Out of 10?
Straight
Yeah,
up.
3.5 out of 10. Yeah.
10 out of 10 over here.
It's
on
like
this guy.
okay,
It's kind of hard
anything
to.
red like this, like red Powerade, red Gatorade. I just fear it's gonna turn my teeth red.
Yeah.
Like, what's up,
Yeah.
guys? And everyone's gonna be like,
So like going into
This
a
guy.
going into a store like 2 times out of 10, you'd be like, oh, I'll grab a Rip It.
It's similar to having the ravioli in the corner of your mouth. It's like you have that same feeling when you were like
What?
5. You never had
Don't-
ravioli in the corner of your mouth?
I mean, I don't know. Not enough to remember.
maybe
maybe
like
I know
had
what
a
you're
kid.
talking about.
You guys got nieces or nephews or anything?
Yeah.
I'm a 30-year-old teacher.
Are we talking about,
if I have
like-
Chef
Were you
Boyardee
ever a
in
kid
my-
Like
they come up
ravioli
to you
right
and-
here?
Yeah, it's like in the corner.
I thought you
of your
meant
mouth.
like
They're like
holding
stand-
ravioli inside your mouth in the like the corner.
You know when a
You could
kid's
do
like,
that
want to go
too.
outside and play, but they got like ravioli or like
Yeah.
chocolate like all over their
Oh,
corners. That's what we're
okay.
talking
Do you know
about.
how I was eating the
okay.
Chef Boyardee's just straight out of the can? I'll do that at lunch sometimes because I'm like lazy, and then I'll go back to my next class and kids like, Mr. Howard, your lips, you got a little ravioli.
You eat
I'm like,
cold.
Yeah, you don't want that.
It happens.
That's
Chef
the
Boyardee.
rest of us.
And I just
gotta
go,
hit
okay,
some
I
more
just take the
Glenn.
sleeve and
That's
just wipe it. And they're like,
The
wow.
few times that I went grocery shopping with Schwal when he lived here, he would legitimately like buy canned like vegetables and just eat it straight out of there. Like
That can't be good for
like
you.
just he
It's
just.
Popeye.
They're pre-cooked. You're good.
I mean, I
I
guess
do that with corn.
it makes sense. Like, do you really?
I have. Well, because corn, like, it doesn't. It's like corn doesn't have nutritional value, right?
I mean,
No.
It comes straight out
Probably
of your
not.
poo poo. Like nothing happened to it.
Yeah, it
went
doesn't
right,
digest
it went right
Yeah.
through. You know, didn't do anything.
It's damn good, though.
I don't know. I feel like cold corn just is weird.
yeah.
Cold corn.
I've only ever eaten it
That'd be a
warm.
sick band name.
I wish you guys
Cold
could.
corn.
Damn, yeah.
I wish you could have experienced
Wish we thought
Swan
of
living
that.
here, like in our living room. It was an interesting time.
Did I ever tell you guys about the turtle?
The first time I met Schwalm, he was asleep inside of Tim Hortons, and they were like, I was like, everyone introduced himself to me.
Probably
I,
like,
like,
who is
just
this
met
guy?
You guys, and then I was like, who's that? I'm like,
Oh
that's
my
Schwalm.
god, that's awesome.
Tim
But
Hortons.
Tell us about the turtle.
While he was living here, I broke my leg, and I was like, I stayed at my parents' house after I got surgery. You know,
Did you have a
just
boot?
yeah. I had a cast, and then they put me in a boot. But it was just easier to like stay at my parents' house, so I stayed there. And I get a group. We had a group chat, and he's just like, "Hey guys, like keep an eye out. I'm a turtle short." We're like, what? And this turtle is like on top of like a dresser, like it's turtle tank on top of a dresser, like it's high. Like, what do you mean that you have a turtle? Like, they got out of the tank? Are you kidding me?
It fell a good
Long
5.5
story
feet.
long story short, I eventually get a video sent to me of the turtle in my room trying to crawl up the wall. So picture my house, right? Okay, this turtle is in a tank, probably at least 6 feet. No, maybe not 6 feet, but high enough off the ground that it had to jump out, and somehow, without anyone noticing, crawled all the way down that hallway into my room. and like just tried to dig its way out. Schwalm was in the bathroom, I guess, and he like
It's just
heard
trying to run away.
he like heard scrapes on the wall while he was in the bathroom,
Just crawling through DV.
and he
tapes.
went in my
Making a
room,
break.
and there it is, just trying to climb up the wall.
trying to make a break for it.
That's country.
Schwalm's a terrible owner. He's got to escape.
But he's like, yeah, keep an eye out. I'm a turtle short.
That sounds like an old school insult. Like, yeah, that guy's a turtle shorter.
Turtle Short would also be a good band name.
And right after Cold Corn, we got Turtle Short.
Or short turtle.
Yeah.
Oh my
Turtle
Did you guys
neck.
ever hear the story of how Peter and I met?
No. Have you guys always, before you start that, have you guys always lived in Kazoo?
No, I've
No.
lived in a lot of places.
Okay.
Quickly before I lived in Illinois, North Carolina, Michigan, then Ohio,
Where
then
did-
back to Michigan.
Where did
Jeez.
where was Preston born? Where'd you start?
I started in Illinois.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Lakeview. Anyway, I managed to get to Michigan at some point in my life. I was about 10, and I went to the skate park once, and I was skating at Portage Skate Park, and a kid came up to me. He was kind of chubby, and he said, "Hi, I'm Peter." And I thought he was kind of weird, so I kind of ignored him a little bit. I just said hi, and
Right.
I continued to try to do a board slide. Eventually, we ended up in his basement, hanging out at his house, watching YouTube videos on a computer.
That
And
story could go so many different.
It shows a weird transition.
Yeah.
My
Pe-
apologies.
Sounds like Peter sees it differently.
Here, you want to hear my end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my friend Jordan and Rob that I skated with, they were like, "Oh yeah, there's this kid Preston lives across the street, and he just moved here. He got pretty good at skating." And so then I see him, so I'm like, "Hey, I'm Peter. How's it going?" And then he was like this, and then I was like, "Oh, weird." And so I thought I was like, "Hey, this guy doesn't like me." But then
Let's go try to board slide, kid.
But then somehow, every time we hung out, we became friends. And then all those guys we used to skate with, they all started getting jobs or doing other stuff, and
Jobs.
they
right.
quit skating. And so then we were the only ones that quit skating. And then Preston moved to Ohio, but we went to we kept in touch and went to summer camp together and stuff.
Yeah, I'd come to Michigan at least once or twice a summer.
Yeah, his
And-
parents drove him
yeah.
all the way from Ohio to stay at my house for 2 weeks, and then
Damn.
drove all the way back to pick him up.
It's a
which is
5-hour
insane.
drive.
That's tight.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's how we
nuts.
kept in touch, really.
Right on.
I mean, social media wasn't a thing.
Right.
No,
No.
we just talked on our
You guys
flip phones
pen-
that are
pen-
that we had
Motorola
limited minutes
Razors.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
or use the house phone.
What was the first phone you ever had?
Oh, it was
A
it
Razor.
was Track Phone brand.
Really?
Yeah, and it was red and white, and it was called the Oyster. And it
Yeah.
took photos, which was kind of sick, but they looked like Minecraft.
I remember I tried so hard to get a razor, and then when I got a razor, it wasn't cool anymore.
Everyone had
Oh,
Blackberries
man.
already.
I always wanted a sidekick so bad.
Those were cool.
Always
Yeah,
wanted one. Mm-hmm.
I had a neon.
Oh, the QWERTY little slide keyboard.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah.
Rumor 2? Everyone
Green.
had that phone.
Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
that's
that one.
crazy.
Yep.
Is my teeth red yet?
No, you're good.
You're good.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Do you
I'm
remember
nervous.
the first iPhone?
My Uncle Rod had it, and everyone thought he was nuts.
Dude, I personally thought it didn't exist.
'Cause it was
I was just like,
expensive,
I always
right?
thought it was just like the iPhone 3G was like
Yeah,
the
I always thought that's where it started.
right, but it's not because that was technically the third one, and
Well,
then that was just the phone for forever.
My Uncle Rod had either the iPhone 1 or the 2. I forget which one, but I remember at a family dinner, he was showing everyone. We were all like, "Oh my gosh,"
The iPhone
What is
4
this?
was
because
like
it was
the
so
big one.
expensive at the
That's
time.
what I mean, because it was like
They
iPhone
always
3
are.
was so prolonged, and
Didn't
then
you
the
get a
4
3?
was so designed
I had a
differently.
3. Yep.
Yep.
What were some of the best computer games to play in school?
The first computer game I ever played was called Chex Quest. You guys know about that?
I don't know.
No.
It came free in Chex cereal, and you played
What?
as a Chex square of the cereal, but he had a gun and his arms were blue for some reason, and I played it all the time. And then the thing is it came free with the cereal, so once you got to the second level, they'd be like, "Oh, you got to buy the real game." So I would just play the first 2 levels over and over.
Dude, I feel like we were lucky with stuff like that, like toys like that, because I remember Taco Bell had a video game, and like as a toy. It was like one game, and it was like wasn't that long, but
Pretty
Burger
cool,
King
though.
had one too.
Burger King had a like Xbox
It
games.
was like a racing.
they
game.
did. Burger King
minute.
did have Xbox
It was like
games.
it was like a crotch rocket like
Yeah.
racing game.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
racing.
Jeez, Peter.
The Fizz.
That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, nice.
like I'm pretty sure McDonald's had like VHSs you could buy too. It's like
Oh yeah, they
Remember
did. Yeah.
yeah.
Should
Dude,
show some
toys
Tums in
were-
there.
Oh yeah, they had the Simpsons
Should I put one in?
watches too for a bit.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Toss
Or you
one
can
in.
toss, yeah.
Just toss one in. Think
Like
we
you
got-
definitely don't get that now. Kids
No.
just want phones.
Or you
Oh.
going for the cup?
Oh God.
Oh, we about to blow that up. It's not a
Wow.
Mentos.
I hope
Tums.
Yeah, we got technology over here.
Here you go. I missed twice.
Oh my
One
god.
more.
One more?
Third time's the charm, ain't it?
Ain't it?
That's what they say.
You should just use your hand as
I
a
heard that
backboard.
once.
You guys are playing
You
the
almost
wrong.
got it in the can.
You guys are playing the wrong sport.
Whoops.
That would have been more impressive.
Your stummy hurt.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
throw Tums in there. Ooh.
Just
it didn't do it.
explodes.
Didn't do
Alright.
anything crazy, but
Now we're
Yeah, 'cause
now we're cooking.
you want to try it?
Now all we
Tums
play.
in a rip it? That sounds proactive.
Tums prevents you from ripping it.
Too hard.
Don't you guys hate the sound that like chip cards make when you put it in? Like, doesn't it just sound like it's getting declined?
It's like. Bam, bam,
Oh, when you
bam.
push in
Oh,
your
yeah.
credit
Yeah.
card? I just don't like doing that in general. It feels
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, you ever go to a place and you go to insert the chip and they're like, no chip. You got to swipe it. And
Yeah.
you're like,
I
Tim
feel like
Hortons.
I feel like I don't get that much often anymore.
I
But
always feel bad. Like, I
when-
like did something wrong. You know? Like,
slide
like,
because you're like the 12th person in a row.
I
that-
want to know what the
Didn't
consequence
didn't mean
is
to
if you
violate your
if you
swipe machine.
if you at those places if you do put the card in and do like something with that chip, like what happens?
But dude, when they
What's-
first
why are
made,
they so concerned?
but when they first made the chips, I feel like so many companies were like, "Oh, we don't have that machine yet." So it's like you had like,
Sorry.
sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
Tim Hortons.
It's like, oh, this
that.
other Meyer had a chip machine. Do you get? Yeah, we don't have that yet. Just slide it. Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
You guys
we worked at a coffee shop like that. Remember, everyone would be like, "Where do I insert the chip?"
Oh,
and we'd
yeah.
be like, "You don't."
You
and then
don't
they'd be
do
like,
that.
"But my security. What if I get robbed?" And we'd be
Yeah.
like, "Do you want the coffee or not?"
Is this coffee worth the security?
Another another Schwab.
And then there's this guy that would come in like a cyborg. He'd be like, "Dooch, dooch," and he had like these tiny glasses, and he'd use Apple Pay, but we didn't know he had
yeah.
it. You remember that guy?
Yeah, dude.
That was messed up.
Where you're just like, what is this guy trying to do?
We'd be like, "Here's your receipt," and he'd already be leaving with the coffee, like, "Dooch, dooch." Like, he just,
Dude,
that guy
Apple
was
Pay
insane.
Apple Pay was cool for like a month because I used it a couple times and it's weird.
I linked up
Yeah.
my card to it, but it
Yeah.
gave me fear.
Do you guys
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
You guys, in August, they're releasing Apple credit card.
Yeah.
Oh
How was
no,
that?
That's
Yeah.
scary.
we're all gonna get it, aren't we?
I know, isn't it?
You're
like
gonna make us.
I'm like, damn, that's it's kind of
They're like,
intriguing.
"Hey, you want to listen to
3 more
Spotify and
years
use
from now."
Facebook?"
So I was a freshman in high school, and I played Red Dead Redemption 1, the first one. And me and
That's
my
right.
friend were super hyped on it. So we bought some replica revolvers offline, and it took about 3 months to get in. So we've been pretty eager. And they came in, and the first thing we did was clip the orange tips off.
Ah.
Classic.
And so the next thing we did was create a hit list of our friends that we wanted to hog tie. And you can see where this is going.
Yeah, yeah.
My nickname was always Gervy. His was Gomez. So Gomez always had the poncho on, and I had the cowboy hat. So the first thing we did was hit our buddy Kurt. And
You hogtied him.
so I was like, all right, Gomez, you go in my room. I'm going to have a pillowcase. I'm going to hide in my little brother's room. And I told my mom, I was like, send Kurt up. We want to hang out with him up in my room.
This sounds terrible.
So Gomez, I'm like, all right, Gomez, take this revolver. And he's sitting on my bed, right? And so I'm in my little brother's room with the pillowcase. And and so I hear Kurt running up the stairs, and I'm like, oh, he's going to get it. And so he opens the door. He's like, hey, what's up? And then here's both the revolvers are cocked back. And I just bag them immediately. He didn't put much put up much of a fight when he saw those 8-inch barrels pointing at him.
Oh
So we're carrying him. Me and Gomez are carrying him down the stairs, and we already got a hollowed out chair in the middle of my backyard. There's no seat in it.
Your mom's not like didn't think anything.
No, she's cooking dinner.
What was she cooking? I want to know what she's cooking. What was she cooking?
Probably pasta or something. I don't know.
The other
That's
person on the hit list.
Yeah, beans. I don't know.
Meats.
Yeah, so we're me and Gomez are carrying him down the stairs, both of us. Kurt ain't putting up much of a fight, and so we sit him down and we tie him up in this chair that has no seat in it. So it's kind of like that James Bond movie, you know, where he's got his nuts hanging out, and you could like hit him. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, that
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, he's looking like that. It's very uncomfortable. So he's tied up on this chair, and we're like, we unbag him, and we're like, you're gonna pay for your crimes. So we got a spoonful of wasabi and force fed him. So we're like, dang, we're all out of wasabi. Let's go get some sauerkraut from the fridge. So me and Gomez are running upstairs to go get some sauerkraut. And we look out the kitchen window and we see Kurt running. And Kurt's running with the chair still stuck to him. So he's trying to waddle away. And we're like, hey! So we go chase after him, right? And the revolvers we had were nothing. They were like 250 FPS or something. So when we shot him, he realized, it doesn't hurt. So then he started chasing us, still attached.
They just like airsoft beams or
Yeah,
something.
airsoft. And so he's chasing us on the chair with the chair still attached to him. And fast forward the next day, we decided to go to the skate park. And my mom said, you can't bring the guns with you. And me and Gomez weren't having it. So we said, listen, Ma, we know what we're doing. And we got the hit list still in our bag.
Oh my god.
Everybody that was on the hit list was at the skate park at one time.
Oh,
so
man.
we're like, we're going to round them up. So we're chasing our friends with these airsoft revolvers. And next thing we know, we see police lights coming towards the skate park. We hear sirens. Yeah, two fellas come out with their pistols already drawn. I threw my firearm in the grass.
Firearm.
And they put us all on the ground. And it was absolutely the most terrifying experience in my life. Getting a Glock pointed at you.
Yeah, an actual one.
And they said, get on the ground, yelling at you. So
They ended up just shooting like a BB at you.
I wasn't going to test them.
It was your mom. It was a whole setup.
Yeah.
And so as I'm like on the ground getting frisked by this police officer, the next thing I know, I have to call my mother and tell her exactly what I did, which is what she did not want to happen.
Right.
And so I'm calling my mom, and she's pretty bummed at this point.
Yeah.
Gomez's parents weren't hyped either. And I got that was the saddest car ride home. I told my mom I didn't want the revolver anymore. And that's the last I saw it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather fart 3 times as loud with no smell, or fart 3 times as smelly but it's quiet?
I like the audio.
He likes the reverb.
What's the context? Like, am I at a wedding or like?
At all times, whenever you fart, it's 3 times as loud or
smelly.
or smelly.
So it's like crazy
I
loud.
want
or
the
crazy.
audio, yeah.
Audio's good,
Loud.
yeah. I'd have
Because
to do
like
the
you ever
audio.
been driving with yourself and you do one of them egg ones? You're like,
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna
That
know
sucks.
either way.
I rolled
hate
down the
that.
window.
The other person knows either way, so like just loud, it's over and done with. And
Yeah,
that
but if
doesn't
like
stink.
you fart really loud, it's kind of funny sometimes.
oh,
But if
it
you
feels
fart,
so good though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it
it's
tickles your butt.
The other one, it makes you think like something's going wrong. You know, when it
Especially-
smells
yeah.
like.
especially when you're by yourself.
and you're like, oh, no, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. It just yeah.
one-
That
that one got
one,
me.
it's like they take a while. Sometimes they get trapped in your pants, and then you walk around and like you can't escape it.
Right.
Yeah.
There was one like I think like a year ago. I let one go in one of my classes. on accident.
What
You know,
happened?
You had no real confidence, or you have like more confidence in yourself than you think, and then it's a much louder, or
thought
it
you had-
actually has audio and you're not ready for it.
You just kind of
I
had.
just remember
it
this
was
kid,
a loud one.
Yeah, and I remember this
Uh.
kid behind me just losing it, and I was just stone cold, like nothing happened.
I've
Man.
luckily been. I'm definitely the silent but deadly type. You know, so it's like whenever that happened in school, I would just wait for someone else to react, and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, damn, what is that?"
One time, me
Blame
and
on
Preston
someone.
we were driving to Ohio to visit his family, and we were in the bathroom, and like there's like the lineup of urinals, you know,
Mhm.
and this old guy comes in, like we're peeing, it's normal time, we're
European.
peeing, we're trying to get some coffee, get on the road, you know,
We're
and
Russian.
then this dude comes in, and he's got that classic haircut, like bald in the middle with like hair on the sides, you know. And he's got like he's like on a business trip or something, you know.
Yeah.
But he comes in and he starts peeing, and he's like, and he just let a huge fart out. And like me and Preston were like we were trying really hard not to laugh, but we both started laughing, and he got mad at us, like he yelled at us for laughing at his fart. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the thing is, he was like he acted like he was
wanted
gonna
to sock
hurt us.
us,
Like he
to be
wanted to
honest.
sock us.
I
yeah.
feel like that's some confidence if you walk up in there and just let it.
It like hurt his feelings that we laughed at it though, but like I couldn't. I was trying so hard not to
I would
laugh.
have
but,
laughed with you.
It would like the thing is he grunted right before he
Well,
did it.
And he stepped right in between us. That's
Yeah,
so it's like
like we tried to leave space
made
so
his-
that
yeah,
like
his
there was
presence was
space on
known.
the sides. Like
Yeah.
he didn't have to pee next
yeah.
to us.
He stepped right
He
in
went-
between us and decided to like rip one right in between two idiots.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're gonna
Yeah.
laugh.
yeah, he ripped
Yeah.
eggs, and then he was thinking we were gonna be like, oh yes, a fart.
I was
You know,
offended
like,
that we weren't
Speaking of that, someone
getting
just did.
offended.
Ah, that
Yeah.
smells.
I felt so bad, but I was thinking like, hey man, you can't come in here and just tear and expect me to
The,
like.
Steve,
the,
you just farted,
the,
didn't
the,
you?
huh?
Did you just fart?
No, I did not.
Someone did because it smells.
It wasn't me this time.
You're imagining things now.
It's probably just you. You haven't showered in like an hour, so you probably smell.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The best is like when you're in a stall and like the person next to you like gets the like the like that fart right before
The
they drop a
echo.
load, you
Yeah,
know?
like the echo
yeah, and
bowl
you're just
fart.
like, hell yeah, man, you get it. Hell yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of sad when you see like like someone's clothes folded at the bottom of a stall with their glasses on the ground
Oh my god.
and they're moaning.
Like,
Like, flies above the.
Yeah.
It's hard for me when
So they're
someone
just
like
like,
farts
That's
really
a whole
loud
event.
not to
That's
laugh.
that's
gasping for air.
that is like a whole battle.
I did see that once.
I try to like not laugh when people are like trying to take a shit or something, and then they just fucking fart, just rip it. It's just super loud, and you're just sitting there. You're like,
Would you rather
It's-
battle a
you
manual
have to
trick
fight.
or have to battle a shit?
that was shit.
I think that was me all day today. Really, I was trying to do a manual trick and I had to take a dump the whole time.
Battle the shit because the shit will come out. The manual trick will not happen.
I was just thinking if once I land,
You're
I could just poop
constipated
my
though,
pants.
so it's not happening.
Just keep
Or
your-
like sometimes we're like it's a like just gnarly one, and like you gotta take your shirt off, you know?
That's when
It's
you're
like
sweating.
I'm sweating, like
Yeah.
dude, this sucks. Like
That's what happens if it gets stored in there too long. It's like it's getting packed and it's getting more and more dense
Mhm.
and like.
It's gotta come out.
What's the
all-
longest turd you ever think you've like one complete turd?
I had a
Oh,
photo on
foot
my
long,
phone.
100%.
You have one?
I had one. I don't know
Nice.
if I deleted it or not. I can
100%
check
foot
real
long.
quick.
No doubt.
But one time,
Like if you had to give it a measurement, what do you
one
think?
single.
it was over a foot, easy.
No.
Yeah, it was like a foot 0.5 maybe. See if I got it.
When you wipe, do you check?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, every time.
Oh yeah.
yeah, because like
You gotta know how much more you gotta wipe.
my concept is like if it's still yellow, I ain't done yet. You know, like it's got to be
Yellow.
a pure. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you got to get it to where there's nothing on the paper,
Where it's just white.
and you can't use too small a slice.
All right.
Mine's either brown or red.
It's flavor time. About to try Sriracha on a banana.
Why are you talking like you're reading from a teleprompter? Okay, it's
It's
Trying to
flavor
find-
time.
Sriracha on a
It's-
banana.
all
You're
right.
gonna have the bad shits now.
yeah. You just put. Oh no, Peter did
Is that a
the
good amount?
Tums.
That's
Oh
more
my
than
God.
enough.
Get the
That's
tip.
good.
Yeah,
All right.
Tums in my
Can the
drink.
cam see that?
That is
All right, let's-
disgusting.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see
You're
how
talking like
it
that.
goes.
What's the review?
How was that?
Consistency is amazing.
How about that spice add to the potassium?
The spice is great.
You don't look happy.
That's
Where's
a.
that photo?
Is there potassium in sriracha already?
I hope so. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was absolutely disgusting. But I would rate it a 7 out of 10.
Wow. Higher than the Rip It.
That's correct. I'd rather eat this than drink the
Put
Rip
some
It.
banana.
Oh,
in Preston,
okay.
Or not
I found
Preston,
the
Peter's
photo.
Rip It.
You can't see it that good because it's going into the hole of the toilet.
Dude,
But-
send me that.
But yeah, when I did that one,
That's the straightest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's like in the hole that could be longer.
dude, it hit the wall in the back and it was like, and then it like it was going out of the water.
How is it that straight? Mine always curves.
I don't know, man.
Bite of the banana.
I
just
think
like,
it means
no.
I'm healthy. But when I did that, I was like,
I could just imagine that coming out and him going like, "Oh wait, hold on."
Yeah.
well, dude, when I did
So
it, though, I went
photo-worthy.
like this. Like when it was, I was like I did that in the middle of it because I had
Like,
to check it
what
out.
the
Dude, and there's
fuck?
no toilet paper in there, so I know you didn't wipe. You
I
immediately
did.
stood
I
up.
took a shower.
Well, he took a
after,
photo
man.
first,
I
right?
had
you
to
had
take
to
a
take a
full
photo.
shower after that. The thing is, I felt amazing after that.
Yeah, the worst is like when you shower and they're like, "Nah, I gotta."
Yeah, I can't be doing that.
What? Would you guys rather
What
run
was
100
that?
miles per hour
Oh.
or fly 10 miles per hour?
Run 100.
I'll fly.
Yeah, I think I would fly.
Can you imagine running 100, dude?
Yes.
Like,
sick
think
as
about a
fuck.
car going on the freeway. You're still going like 30 miles an hour quicker.
You'd be putting a couple miles on them kneecaps, though.
yeah.
yeah. What's the is my lifespan shorter or something? You know, what's the
I don't know.
I'm really thinking practicality here.
Yeah.
Like skating, it'd be 10 times easier.
one push?
Like,
You just 0 to
I try
to 40.
I try El Toro, you know, like
Oh yeah, true.
Be
Yeah.
faster than
Yeah.
Bruce.
You
I-
run and
but
could you imagine trying
if
to
we're-
throw down at 100 miles an hour?
I couldn't do it.
Wait, but
the speed
Dan's
wobble.
boozing
Have you
us,
guys
does it
ever
all the
had-
time. What are you talking about?
you guys had dreams you were flying before, though?
Oh yeah.
Those dreams are tight. I
Yeah.
remember,
They're
like,
tight.
That's
one
what I
of the
mean.
first
Even
times
just
I had a dream I just got on the roof and just jumped off, and I started flying, and I saw, like, my grandma's house from the aerial position. That
I just
was
thought
sick.
I
I
just-
woke up, I was mad.
I thought of a funny dream I had. You guys remember Buzz Lightyear?
No.
I had a
No.
dream. I had a dream I was shirtless and I pushed in my nips at the same time, and those wings would shoot out. And I was flying around. It's pretty tight.
I've always wanted to be invisible.
Do you guys eat these or do you take them off?
I take.
I eat them.
For me, it's like it depends how attached it is, you know.
Yeah.
I just peel it off and eat it.
is it okay to eat the peel?
No,
It's not okay.
If you're Taylor Naraki,
that's disgusting.
I think it's okay.
Taylor Naraki eats them with the peel just
No.
done.
Would you rather have a sledgehammer to your knee or a fork to your eye?
Sledgehammer to the knee.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Sledgehammer to the knee.
I've had knee injuries.
Does the fork like make my eye unusable? Or does
Yeah.
it just hurt
No,
for a bit?
no, the eye's repairable.
I
Okay.
think fork to the
Is the
eye,
knee
man.
not repairable then?
Both are repairable. It's just the
I think I might have to do the eye,
feeling
man.
right now.
Yeah, I might
Eye.
have to do the eye.
Eye for sure.
Because
man.
like when you hurt your knee,
I don't know, man.
I got a paper cut on my eye once and I had to go to the hospital.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I was in third grade and I was trying to pull.
That sounds painful.
Okay, check this out. So you got, you got like a trapper keeper or something like that, right? You guys
Mhm.
remember that you draw on your binder?
Yeah, yeah.
I drew
Yeah.
like the 0
Oh, yeah,
logo
yeah.
on the
Yep.
skull. Anyways, so I had one of them and it had a.
Draw the S too. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the 6 lines.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you write shorties, but just in your
Yep.
own, just
There
in your
you-
own handwriting.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I had a folder in there,
Exactly.
and I needed to pull it out, but there was a paper sticking like this high out of the folder.
Okay.
So like I didn't push it in all the way, so it's sticking out a little bit above the folder, and I'm trying to like pull it out. And when I finally pulled it out, it was like caught on something, and it hit me in the eyeball, and it cut my cornea, and I had to go to the hospital because like I just thought like, oh, my eye, you know when you like something hits your eye and it just waters for a little bit,
Yeah.
but it watered for 3 hours.
That's insane.
And so the nurse
Didn't
at
like
school
bleed
was
or anything?
like,
Like, how does that?
no, it was just really like pussy. It was
Oh,
like
okay.
swollen.
it just felt like irritated.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like so it wouldn't go away, and so then I went to the eye doctor, and they like shot this laser thing onto my eye, which apparently like closed it,
Jeez.
and then it got better, but that was terrible.
I'd rather have
Do you
that
wear
than
glasses
kneecap.
or anything?
Do I wear glasses?
Yeah. So damn, that's tight. That
Yeah.
it just like
just kind of a thing of the past.
Right.
It just healed, yeah. But I
That's
remember
tight.
the feeling though, just constantly watering. Like I couldn't keep it open because the light just hurt it so bad. It was sensitive.
Cause I got glasses when I was like 13, and literally every time I go to the doctor's, my eyes get worse.
But if you ever see like anything like a photo or video of me outside and it's sunny, I'm always like this. Like I have this eye kind of closed.
Oh, okay.
It's just like sensitive to the light.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But
If you had to put a number on it, how many times in your life do you think you've popped your tail?
And that means just like popping up to your hand.
How many times has Adam farted?
when you said that, I pictured like popped my tailbone out of place.
That
But
thing's-
you mean like when you're skating?
Yeah.
Even
skating,
like
pop
up
your
to your
tail.
hand.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Good God.
Your tail hits the ground.
Yeah.
10,000.
Don't you hate it too when you
I'm
like?
no mathematician, but I'm gonna say 1 million.
Yeah, it's way over 10,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna straight up say 1
Really?
million.
Every time you pop your board up to your hand?
pops.
I don't know.
1 million.
Don't you hate it when you pop up
A
your board and you don't
million.
grab it?
Yeah, that I do that a lot when I'm like trying to like I've been doing a trick for a long time and you start get tired and then it just falls over.
Yeah.
It just shove it like it just
Yeah.
misses and
Or you pop it and you try to grab it and you miss it.
I kind of like in videos sometimes when they show like right before a guy's gonna land the trick, they show him like a little bit, like mostly in like a hockey video, like they'll show a guy and like Andrew Allen, you know
Yeah.
he's suffering. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
You see him, he tries to pop his board up, you know he's suffering, but
Dude,
then he
that-
lands it.
Yep.
Or he slams really bad and it's like equally as good as a trick in the part.
That bank that he like kickflips in from the top into.
And they show
it's
that fall
It's
before?
in Cincinnati and that spot's gnarly.
Dude.
Yeah, he's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
The backside flip to switch Manny on the gas station Manny pad, and he just
Oh,
fucking
he just
Dude, yeah.
he literally just like his body just takes over.
He kind of looks like a
just goes
corpse.
right
yeah.
to his ass, dude. He
Yeah.
ate so much shit on that.
Yeah.
God.
I like seeing that kind of stuff though, because it makes me think like I guess I can skate. You know,
I ate shit,
I
too.
did
oh, they
that.
fall too.
Well,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I can't pop my board up. At
Makes you
times.
feel better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
hard
it
as
more
hell.
personal because you're watching this guy suffer, and you're like, I'm suffering too when I'm skating sometimes.
Yeah, and
so-
then you write a poem about it before you go to bed.
That's it, huh?
Yep.
How's a nightclub feel then?
Yeah, that's kind of like
It's unique.
you're tired and then you
Yeah.
need it.
Oh yeah.
But then sometimes
like
if
you're
you
about to go
drink,
night skating.
yeah.
You need to pick me up.
Honestly, like when I filmed the first couple ones, we got coffee like every time. But by the end of it, it's kind of like I just gotta go to bed. I don't want to
Yeah.
be up till 3.
Too late, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you could drink it if you drink coffee at 8 and you go film till midnight, feel fine. But
Yeah,
if
you're
you
chilling.
if you get coffee at like 11 and you want to go to bed at 1, you might be up till 3.
yeah,
Then
like
you're mad.
the first
know?
night cup was definitely a concept like, how late can we stay up with this coffee? And then by the third night cup, we're thinking like, oh, we should probably just as soon as it gets dark, we should try to like film as much as we can before 12.
Yeah.
And we'd go to sleep.
It's kind of like it was fun. At first, we were thinking like, oh, we always get coffee in the summer. We don't have to get up. Haha.
Yeah.
But then like later, and you're like having a job and like going to school and all that. It's kind of like, all right, I guess we're gonna like. I already had coffee at 6, so
Right.
we're just gonna film till we're tired or this guy gets too mad, and we're gonna go home at 11.
or both.
Yeah, we're bored.
I started
Yeah.
to like getting up early after a while. Like I want to get up at 8. So it sucked because like I'd like filming late, but then sometimes when you like you're done skating at 1:30, but then you know like I gotta drop this guy off, then I gotta come home, unpack
Yeah.
all my stuff, gotta brush my teeth, take a shower. Like you're gonna go to bed at like 2:30 actually,
Right.
Yeah.
and then you're like I just want I don't want to feel
Dude,
terrible tomorrow.
I always think about that when I'm lighting up a spot. It's like when I'm driving home, I was like, damn, I gotta put the Jenny back in the garage. I gotta put all the lights back away.
Yeah, and you're by yourself.
I can't.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sucks.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone's asleep. I
Dude.
can't just. And sometimes I'm like, I'll just leave it in my car, and I'm like, no, I can't do that.
I used to keep all the stuff for like my band like at my house, and so it sucked because everyone would be like peace man, and then you get it's like 2 a.m, you're like unloading all these amps trying not to wake everyone up, and you also
Yeah.
Like, have fun going to sleep because
Yeah,
I
you-
ain't going to sleep anytime
you
soon.
kind of want to sock yourself in the face because you can't leave it in your car because someone might rob like the most expensive stuff you own.
Right. Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to leave these $700 lights in my
you can't
my car.
you gotta put them away, and then
Yeah.
like by the time you're ready to go to bed, you're like it's almost morning,
Yeah.
and fully honest, I have to pee,
Okay.
but
We
I
can-
can hold it for a
Quick
bit.
break?
We can
No.
take a break.
Quick break.
Take a
Alright.
pee break.
That sounds awesome.
Pee break.
All
Does-
right, I'll pee it up.
We'll
Yeah, I
pee
gotta
break.
pee too,
Pee
man.
break.
What'll it take for you to take a full shot of sriracha?
Take a pee break.
Take a full shot of sriracha.
You give me $100 cash.
$100.
You won't do
Jeez.
it.
that's a
Just do
high
it, bro.
price.
That's a high price, man.
That's a
little-
tall order.
I'm not gonna do a shot of sriracha right now.
Okay,
Why
what
not?
if Preston tomorrow?
That sounds awful.
What if tomorrow Preston has to spend the entire morning doing a fakey inward heel until he lands it?
I'll do a quarter shot of it if you.
Why can you not fake inward heel?
I don't know. It just
You hear
seems
that
like
one?
not what you want to do.
Quarter
when you're
shot
like
of it for Taco Bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to Del Taco.
Oh, then
You
it's
might as
off
well
the
just
table,
take
yeah.
Preston. You might as well just take it yourself.
The thing is,
I know you want.
He
to
already
a
ate it on
bit.
the
I
banana.
might, no, the thing is, if I do that, like, I'll have to take a Tums, and that risks me getting a kidney stone.
But your name's Stone,
Why is his name Stone?
which leads me to the story. One time, me
Great
and
segue.
Preston were at Starbucks.
Preston.
And-
Sorry.
Go
Preston and I
Shut up, Scott.
were at Starbucks, and they ask you your name, and I said for mine, I said Peter because that's my name, and Preston was behind me. He ordered his drink, and they said name, and he said Preston, and then they were like Preston, and he was like no, Preston.
I said it's Italian.
Yeah, and then they wrote it
Preston.
Preston, and then like he didn't think much of it, but every time after I saw him, he'd do this thing like we'd go to concerts. We went to this show specifically in Grand Rapids, and the whole time he was like this when he was observing the band play because he was just focused. But
Kind
I
of
was
like
thinking-
how you guys met.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
well-
this. He was like, and I was thinking stone. I'm like, this guy's stone cold right now. He's
Just stone cold.
He's stoned
Well,
up.
the difference between Peter and I is I'm a scanner. Peter is an observer.
it's true.
Okay, that makes sense.
a
We
little-
talked about it before.
We've talked about this before. Like, I'm scanning.
That's what he was doing during the show. He was going,
I'm scanning. I'm looking at everything. You know.
he's thinking like, where's the quickest way to get out if there's a fire? He's scanning the room.
Yeah, but Pete's observing. He's looking like, oh, the cuffs on that guy's pants is a little too high, or like, like things like that.
You're more for survival. He's more for content.
You guys got different body language.
It's like the thing is he's thinking a little bit more practically and a little bit more like generally. I'm thinking like, man, that guy looks just like my cousin if he
Yeah.
was like a little bit warped.
I'm looking.
It's like a Cole's brand,
But the
or
thing is,
something.
we'll notice the same crazy guy walking on the street.
Yeah.
Like I'm scanning the environment, and I'm getting a broad audience. He's scanning, or he's observing.
Sorry.
He's hitting more targets with less detail. I'm hitting less targets with more detail.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Scanning and picturing
Exactly.
Terminator when you're looking
But
through the Terminator's
it's
eyes and you're
actually,
literally
yeah.
seeing-
It's
pretty
like almost a
accurate.
burden for me though, because like I have to observe everything. Like I can't help it, Like I'm thinking like, oh, that guy shaves different than that guy. How do I shave? Like I'm my face, and I have to think about that then. Like I don't want to, but like I have to.
Makes sense. I want to know like where the idea or whatever like came from Verdict, because dude,
Fucking great.
that I love that part.
It is a great part.
I listen to that song all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Just the like the cutscenes are good.
Basically, it was just we would go to spots, and Dave would just yell my last name.
Lieutenant
He'd be like,
Furgon.
"Ergon!" Yeah, it's like, "Ergon, you're up next."
God.
And
My hand was down here.
Did I slide you?
Yeah, you've a couple times.
It's
Yeah.
because I'm wearing slides. My
'Cause
bad.
we're sl-
I need to figure this
Yeah.
whole situation out. Tell
It-
your story. So.
yeah, it just became
We'll
like
cut
an
that out.
inside joke. It became an inside joke, and like, so I was like, "Hey, Dave, since we're working on this project together, we should do a skit." And he's like, "Sure, yeah." And so
Well,
Dave kind of wrote out the skit of how he wanted the image to look like.
Okay.
And I bought all the props, and we filmed it in my dad's basement. And we made my dad's basement look like a bunker.
Dude, yeah, it does.
Dude,
Yeah.
the lighting is like you guys
Yeah.
killed it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was very. We didn't want it to be taken seriously, because
Right.
yeah, we worked hard to like film that part and stuff, but like we also wanted it to be lighthearted, and like the humor of it just was natural because that's all. Like the whole time we were filming it, he was yelling my
Ye-
last name.
Yeah, you
like,
can like. Well, maybe
before
it's
I
just
go.
because when you did the, I was there when you did.
the 50 around the bend.
No, you crooked
Oh, was it the Western
The-
rail?
the,
one
the
Jay-Z
double
front
rail or
keyboard.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That you smithed.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I was there that day or whatever.
kept
And
yelling,
he just,
"Fergon."
every time you would go, it's like, mount up, Lieutenant.
Yeah, that's
so
how it
it's like I
started.
understood the
I
the
feel like
comedy
he's got.
behind it.
I feel like he's got a new phrase every year. Like handle it was.
Every time
Oh,
I see
man.
him, it's
Okay.
like,
I don't know if you guys like can cut in with the podcast, but Dave made this video. I know Preston's got it on his phone. It's
Yeah.
like Preston with no shirt on, and he like ollies to do a trick, and he bails and grabs his board. And Dave edited it like black and white, like as if it was like a memoir to a fallen soldier. Do you know? Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You got to send that to
if
them.
you
so
send
they
it to
can
me,
see-
I'll put it
it's-
in there.
Yeah.
That's a good like. That's kind of what started it all, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
pretty much.
Right on.
It was like, and he used that font that's like the military,
Dude,
like
yeah.
it looks like
Oh,
it's
okay.
My
stencil.
favorite clip of it is when they're pouring. It's like Casey was like standing in for like
the glass
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
overflowing.
Dude, she
And the
killed it
glass is
too,
overflowing.
honestly.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
a good one.
That was
Yeah.
the funniest. They're both staring at the
You're
footage and
watching
they're
footage, like,
just
Yeah.
overflowing. That was hilarious.
Oh,
Is
did
at
you
the end-
post it? You
At
got
the
it on
end,
there?
Dave's just like,
yeah. I got little segment I created.
All right.
There we go.
You know,
Especially for this one.
All right, it's called This or That.
what's the difference? Would you rather?
It's different because it's not.
I already.
It's simpler. Okay, it's not like this really isn't like, well, you know, because like would you rather? It's like, well, is the sledgehammer like hitting my knee and I can't walk ever again? You know what I mean? These ones are a lot more
Okay.
simple. Okay, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Mhm.
Coke.
Yeah. Liquor or beer?
Beer.
When driving, windows down or AC?
Down.
AC.
I don't have AC.
AC.
AC, yeah.
That question is stupid.
Oh damn! I already asked this.
That was kind of discriminatory.
Yeah. Well, because
You
like
hurt Pete's feelings.
You feel he
Well,
feels
'cause
targeted.
I just like don't like air conditioning. Honestly,
You know
Like,
what
I
I
would rather have when it's super hot out. I would
Well,
rather have. the
What's
window.
funny is like it still blows, but it's not that cold. You know, like
Okay.
It's
So-
hot, man.
yeah.
People have
it's
told me-
hot, but like when I wake up and you know, like in the morning when it's still cold, I'm like, I got AC, you know. But then by the time it's noon, it's like blown hot air.
It's just blowing
Yeah.
the
Goes
temperature outside.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
car.
Exactly. Which is technically air conditioning.
You're conditioning it to be exactly outside.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
conditioning, it's
which
not
feels
necessarily
pretty
cold.
good because it's hitting me faster when it's getting blown by a fan.
I guess you're right.
Just install some fans. Front side or back side?
Front side.
Backside.
Yeah, front.
Depends on the object.
Nope. Just pick one.
But it depends on the object.
Backside.
Just not
Front side.
Front.
You can only skate front side or back side for the rest of your life.
Front side.
Backside.
Front side.
Yeah, I'm picking front side.
Backside.
You just bought a hamburger. Do you want fries or tots with that?
Fries.
Tots.
Tots.
Fries.
Tots.
I don't know.
I'm putting
Yeah.
tots right in my
'Cause see,
cargos.
I guess
Yeah,
this
I
one.
think tots.
Yeah.
Because they're rare.
Right. Yeah. When I feel like when you have the option for fries or tots, like you're like, oh, these guys got tots.
I'm going
getting
tot
You gotta
mode,
go
yeah.
tots, man.
Yeah.
Especially the smiley face tots, man. Those are tight.
You just got in an elevator with a bunch of people that you don't know. Do you make small talk or no?
No.
It just all depends on
Depends
who,
on my
what
mood.
they're like.
Yeah. So, what elevator am I in? Like,
That's a good point.
am I?
Just not like work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like just a
Like a hotel.
I can tell
Yeah.
you what breaks the deal for me.
okay.
If the guy like let's say I get in the guy's like floor 3, you know, when you get in and the guy's like, I could push the button for you.
Yeah.
Like if that guy's saying that, I'm like, I could talk to this guy. But if I
See,
get
that's
in there
fine,
and they
okay.
look like
Oh.
He's
they're-
already like being positive.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I can talk to this guy. I'm like, hey, where are you headed? What are you doing or whatever? But like, you know, sometimes you get in there and like the people kind of look at you like
Speak to me.
like they're thinking like, are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, you
look
got
at
like a sweaty butt crack, some
Yeah.
dirt on your
Yeah, they're like-
cheek, and you just got done skating.
Dude, when I
You know,
was
it's like-
yeah, and they're thinking
They
that
don't
you
want to
might
talk
sock
to
them.
me. Like,
Then I'm not going
I'm
to talk
not
to
gonna
them
force
because
the
they don't.
conversation.
They don't want me to.
Like I don't want to talk to me. Like
you
I'm
don't
want to
talk to me neither.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you talk to me. I don't even want to talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like,
you got your hamburger and tots, right?
sure.
When you're eating those, do you eat them at one at a time, or do you like take a couple bites of your burger and then a couple bites of your tots?
I'm a this or that kind of guy. Like,
I don't
I'll
plan
eat
that
one
out.
and
I
then
just
the
go
other.
with
Go
it.
with the flow.
I can
Really?
say too
Yeah.
much about this topic.
Yeah.
Because I personally, have to finish that burger. I don't eat any fries. I don't eat
Me
any
neither.
tots.
Okay.
Me
I
neither.
have to finish that burger. Once I pick up that burger, I have to finish it, no matter where I'm at. Wendy's,
That is sick.
a restaurant.
Thank you. I agree.
I have to do
It's-
that.
Man, let me deliver my concept here. So for years I eat too fast, and then my tummy hurts.
I feel you on that.
And I wait too long to eat between when I eat, and then when I get the food, I act like I've never seen food before in my life. And so like I do this thing now where like I still start doing that, and then I realize I'm doing it. I'm like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh. So like if I had that burger, I would eat like half the burger, and then I'd realize at that point, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to feel terrible.
Right.
So I'd set the burger down. I would drink some water because I always got some water in this water bottle right here.
Yeah, that's true. That's a factor too. Because I mean, I will do that. I won't put the burger down, but I will grab like
I have to
the
put it
drink
down.
that I have.
I have
I'd-
to put it down. And
I
then I
don't.
would go to, that's when I would transfer to tots. And I'd also probably put a few tots on the burger at some point.
That's pretty
I've
good
seen him
idea.
do that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do that with fries and
vouch for
tots and stuff. I do that. But
like
then,
the checker fry burger.
yeah, and then I would probably eat like almost the rest
Chill.
of the burger. Then I'd go back to the tots. But I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm doing it because I'm trying not to eat fast. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
So I used to just do what you were saying. Like I'd be like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
like then you'd eat ice cream after or something like that. Like you just do one at a time.
Right.
But the only reason I quit doing it is because I got tired of my stomach hurting. And then I
Yeah.
realized like that I wasn't chewing that much, And I was like, man, it's probably harder on my digestive system.
Dude, even that Bucharest we ate today, like I
Dude,
like scarfed that down, and then I was like, man, why do I?
it's like garlic.
Well, I picture there's like
No, it's not even that. It's like I've been on this earth for 28 years. Like, why have I not learned to like slow down?
Yeah,
man?
it's hard.
Like,
But I picture there's like
Yeah, but that's just greasy as fuck too. It doesn't
not
help.
But don't you think that-
don't focus on the Bucharest? I'm talking about food in general.
Anything.
Like,
Oh yeah, yes.
like
But like I
eat
picture
too
there's
fast.
like thousands of small firefighters in my stomach. They're like, batten the hatch. They're like they're like trying to
Peter's eating.
all the food's coming in and they're like cutting it with swords.
A lot
and
of
stuff,
food's
like,
coming. It's
oh
like
my
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
We ain't got none of the names.
Yeah,
It's like Osmosis Jones.
Yeah,
or some
same
shit,
idea.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like they're like,
Oh,
like
dude.
it's coming
Yeah.
down from the
Like-
ceiling and they're like,
Yeah, they got like
they're like-
bazookas. and
yeah,
stuff.
they're like, he's not chewing much today.
He's
like-
eating burger and tots.
Yeah.
We can't
my
keep up.
God.
Retreat.
Yeah,
he put
that's
the
like what
tots
I
on the
picture.
burger. We
Oh,
need
man.
reinforcements.
I'm just picturing Osmosis Jones.
So
now.
well.
And then like if it's overpowering them, they're like they pull a cord and they're like tummy ache, like they pull it. And then I'm like,
Literally like
That's
Osmosis
what I
Jones
picture,
or
man.
Inside Out, that one Disney
Yeah.
Pixar movie. Here's
I
a this or
picture that happening, man.
I don't know if this is on your thing. It just hit me.
Oh,
Chips
man.
and dip or chips and salsa.
Oh yeah.
What's dip?
We asked that already
Like
earlier.
French onion dip. Did we?
Dip.
At Tim,
gotta go
at Tim
salsa.
Hortons, we asked
Salsa.
that,
Salsa's fresh.
Just for the facade of health.
Yeah.
Chips and salsa?
yeah, I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
salsa guy.
I would
Yeah.
just
Or guac.
bypass all of it and go to queso.
Ooh.
I gotta do guac over queso. My apologies if that offended you.
No,
Beer or liquor?
I'm.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
you
feel
did
like I
that.
feel like a
He
lot of
asked
people
that
are
one,
gonna
like,
get.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
I
10
didn't
minutes
answer
ago.
it. I'm gonna say beer.
I have one more. This or that. Your wallet, left or right pocket.
Butt pocket or thigh?
Back, it's always
right?
back right.
Wait, you put it in your front pocket?
That's the worst thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Well, because I got a super thin wallet on purpose, so I could do that.
I go back left, but my wallet is just all my cards with a hair tie around it. Like I don't really have a wallet.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah. I got like a
Alright.
super thin leather one, and I put it in my front pocket so
I've
that I
always-
don't get pickpocketed.
I've always thought about like getting a smaller one because I've always had just like a super, well, not super big, but like
Cause you
I
have
go
a
to-
salary, that's why.
I go to a chiropractor and like
I heard it's bad for you, right?
I quit doing it because when you sit uneven like
Yeah.
that, it makes your hips out of alignment, and then one leg will be longer than your other
That's
one.
probably why my knee hurts.
And it affects you. Yeah, it affects
Yeah,
your
it
whole
does
body.
affect
So that's why I like the thin one. It's like it doesn't affect me, and
'Cause
I
I
usually
see-
don't keep it in my pocket.
I see a lot of
feel it.
like, just like little ads and stuff about like the smaller ones, where it's like mainly just cards. Because I mean, who even really carries cash anymore?
Yeah, but
you
for
know?
me, like with the hair tie, it's like if I got money, I just put it in there, like
Right.
between the cards or
I mean
whatever.
that's
A lot of people
smart.
got those phone cases with them now.
Yeah, don't you? have
That's
one of
true.
those?
Yeah.
Nope, not. Oh yes, I do actually. Your mom gave it to me for my birthday.
Thanks,
I feel
thank you,
like I'm-
Mrs.
Thanks,
Morris.
Mrs. Morris. Yeah, I got a Yopa gift card that she also gave me.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
She's literally become like my second mom because like I lived in their basement for 1 year. When I broke my arm, she helped take care of me. When I dislocated my kneecap, she helped take care of me.
Nice.
So like the Morses have been a second family to me, and she even refers to me as her fifth son, sixth,
Third.
Wait,
What?
yeah, kid?
Wait, yeah,
or
wait,
Well,
what?
I'm the youngest of 5 kids,
Yeah,
but
you
got-
only 3 of them are boys. So I guess you'd be the
Yeah,
fourth
fourth
son.
Yeah. So
Mm.
it's endearing.
So one sister.
And as is Preston's family to mine, like his dad will text me or us and be like, steaks tonight? And
Yeah.
then he'll like make
That's
us
tight.
steaks.
Yeah, our
Yeah,
families
it's
have
cool.
been very good to both of us.
Yeah.
And it's encouraging.
And it's also crazy because like we said earlier, his dad would drive him from like Cleveland area all the way to Kalamazoo, drop him off, drive all the way back immediately, and then we would hang out, and then he would drive all the way back to pick him up and then drive all the way.
Yeah,
That's
it'd either
tight.
be my mom or dad. So
Yeah.
like, they endorse our friendship. which
Yeah,
has
it's
been awesome.
cool.
Right on.
Sponsored by mom
So
and
it
dad.
kind of works out, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool. And it's weird too cuz like all of our friend group that we had, like I was way closer to everyone except Preston, and Preston to them aside from
Different
me.
pe-
And
yeah.
then it was like just us and we stayed friends, which was really weird. Like it was really random that like we lived far away but we kept up, and like no one else in our crew of like loading dock homies
Right.
with them when we made YouTube videos, like
Yeah.
they all just did other stuff.
Dog homies.
Dude, we would
Isn't that
just
crazy?
we would
Like-
just double flip off loading
Honest-
docks and
honestly.
land primo like for
Did you
hours.
go on Vimeo and type in HBP Preston, and you will find a video of either Peter and I or I.
Yeah, we
skating.
would
It's
do
like-
that. There was a 6 stair and a loading dock that we could bike to from our houses, and we would just do double flips
Yeah.
and varial flips
I was like 12. You were like 13. or
yeah,
something.
I would do a switch 180 down stuff, but I wouldn't pop. Like I remember, I thought every trick I learned, I couldn't really do it unless I could do it off a loading.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
You know?
That was the mentality.
Dude, there was a crazy one. You remember Sears?
Yep.
But that one was like there was a grate at the end of it, so you had to get
sorry.
past the grate,
Oh,
and only so many people did it.
What we would do sometimes is like put a bike at the end.
Okay.
like, just
Yeah.
make a gap.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we rode
Also-
our bikes. So like,
Also, initiation to our squadron would be like the 10 stair at Portage Skate
oh
Park.
yeah,
Jeez,
It's
that
like
thing's
either you
terrible.
ollie it or you board slide it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
rail. How do you board slide that rail?
I
It's
board
like-
slid it because I didn't want to ollie
Yeah,
it. Like
I-
I got
It's a
peer
jackknife rail
pressure.
straight to the
I
ground.
ollied it when I was like 10, and I thought it was the biggest deal ever. And then I board slid it when I was 12, and I thought it was the biggest deal ever. And then I kick flipped it when I was 13, and I thought I was cool. And then I grew up and I realized, why'd I do that? I wish I had better taste in skateboarding at that time.
Yeah, it was like that was how you.
It just
That's
reminds
just
me
how
of
you
the-
expressed yourself at that time. You're thinking like launch, and then
Yeah.
like you didn't get hurt, and then now you're thinking like chill. Like,
And also the
you
rail
keep
at Portage
skating.
is like this. It's just
Oh,
like,
it's so steep.
it's almost like dangerous because it's so steep and like short. It's like
Yeah.
really easy to get on, but like
Plummeting.
you can like I've seen people go to board slide it that are really good at skating and they hit like the last 3 inches of it.
yeah.
Like you have
Right.
to go slow and not pop
Honestly.
that much to
Mhm.
like get on it.
This reminds me of like the 10th there at Concrete Jungle.
Yikes! I worked there for a number of years. I'm very familiar with that thing.
What's your favorite place you guys ever skated?
What?
Together.
Spot.
No, just like in general, like
location, city.
yeah, like location.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Maybe
not
spot,
like
city, anything.
yeah. Let me like not Michigan.
very vague.
Like out of
Mm.
Michigan, what's your favorite
Not
place?
Michigan.
Yeah. And not Ohio or Indiana.
This is kind of cliche, but Jaquan before they knobbed it all.
Okay.
Because I used to go there with my friend Tyler.
Alex and I were gonna go there, but we.
They like, dude, so they always had been knobbing it, but you could like knock them off.
Okay.
But then they cut like slices in the
Mhm.
ledges. So like you can only do blunts and lip slides pretty much. Like
Mm.
you can't do tail slides or 50s.
Yeah.
And there's a few like spots where you still can, but like the main ones that you would want to skate, you
Right.
can't really
Damn.
do much on anymore. But there's still like manual pads.
When
and
was that? Recently?
maybe like a year or two ago.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, like no, probably like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Like 2017, I think is when that happened. But
Dude, I still.
before that, it was like just a giant skate park, you know.
Yeah.
One time we went there and like there's this guy that everyone knew except me because I was with like these guys from Ohio and my
Mhm.
friend Tyler and stuff. And then like there was a guy they all knew, but he was like out of his mind. Like he drank a lot. Like there's just a pile of beer cans next to him, and like they all were like, "Oh, is that whatever his name is. And then like he got up and he was like just saying all this insane stuff, and they were like, he's kind of like homeless drunk. They like said that, and then like he was like, yeah, Spencer's living inside of me, and he like started saying all this crazy stuff. And like I didn't know this guy, but they were all freaked out because they were like, last they knew this guy was normal, now they're seeing him like this at Jaquan.
Damn.
So they were all thinking like, man, he went off the edge. But for me, I was just thinking like, yeah, it seems like this guy's always here, you know. So I was just skating around, but they were all like disturbed by it.
Too many rippets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Toronto.
Too
That
many
one time
F-bombs.
we went to Toronto was amazing. I'm not gonna
Toronto's
lie.
great.
I love Toronto.
Toronto.
Good city, good people. Probably gonna be nuts when we go.
Pretty sure everyone can guess.
what else
mine.
is good spot?
Yours is Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah,
Everywhere in
100%.
Texas was so fun. Like I love
That's
skating
true.
those ditches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That felt very natural.
What
It was
about in
fun.
Kalamazoo? What's your favorite place in Kalamazoo?
Kalamazoo.
Double bank.
Metal Edge?
Metal Edge.
It's
Hey,
gone
everything-
now.
I'm
is
glad
everything
it's
bigger
gone.
in Texas?
Yes.
Just the
I
boots,
guess so.
cowboy boots.
Yeah, the boots.
They're
No,
massive.
we got kicked out of a cowboy. Oh, not really kicked out. We got in trouble at a cowboy boot shop. We went there, and there's these boots with massive eagles on them. And
They're
I was like,
$1,000.
They're $1,000. I was like, hey, Pete, take a picture of me in these boots. And this guy with some feathered hair came up and was like, the costume store's down the street. And then,
Damn.
and I was like, I could take a hint, but I didn't say anything. I felt pretty
And then
country.
Jalen gave him a bad review on Yelp.
Yeah, then Jalen.
That's
yeah.
how you get them.
He said, he was like, I was trying on my favorite pair of boots at your location. I will be taking my business elsewhere. I was rudely treated or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
and-
pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
But-
Yeah, I think that's my favorite spot to skate. I'm just kidding.
What about Kalamazoo, though?
Kalamazoo. Well, Davis Street Plaza is really fun to skate. That's just a spot
true.
to skate. That's really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you,
What
Dave,
about a
for
street
helping us
spot?
get that.
Yes,
Street
thanks,
spot. That's really hard.
Yeah, because like
It's like campus is pretty fun to skate. I like there's this weird ledge that's in this industrial side of Kalamazoo that's cool. Pete got some clips on it.
Wait, which
I
one
think
you thinking
Nady
of?
Boy made it.
Oh, the one
Maybe,
with the
it's
coping on it?
Yeah, it's
The one Garrett does front people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a massive cinder block with
Yeah.
the, like coping
Mm.
on
That
it.
looks fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that thing's kind of fun.
that spot's
yeah.
cool. My favorite spot to skate though, I think, is at the courthouse. There's the rails film. You filmed me do a trick there, Steve. It was the back 50 around the bend.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that
The
spot's
thing is,
cool.
I could do that over and over and over again, and I would never get tired of it.
yeah.
I just wish I could skate that spot all the time, but I've only been
You have
able to
to, like,
skate it like 3
set-
times.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta bring wood there
Yeah.
and stuff.
There's a process to that.
Yeah, but it's
Dude,
so fun to skate.
I love Hart. I know that we've been there a lot.
I mean,
this
Hart's
year,
chill. I
but
don't know.
Hart.
Like, the first spot that comes to mind is like Eastern has spots.
Eastern's good.
Like, that's when you guys come back, we definitely hit up some Eastern spots.
I liked
Like,
everything you took us to today.
Yeah,
Dude, today was
very
tight.
fun.
Today
Very
was
productive.
I honestly, when we woke up, I like looked outside. I was like, probably just gonna go to Hart and then it's gonna rain. And it like
Good
that
day.
Was, that was not how the day went.
No,
It worked out really
It was
well.
Yeah,
so
it
fun
was
though.
good.
Peter,
Good
what's your
day.
favorite Kalamazoo spot?
Well, once I asked you, I realized I shouldn't have because I couldn't think of anything. But there's
A spot to skate.
see, there's some spots that I liked for a while, but then I skated them so much that now I can't think of anything to do on them anymore.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there's ones like that, but I think one of the coolest spots, not saying I have anything to do on it anymore, is like the at the courthouse. There's like these really short, like block hubba type things, and it's like over a 4-stair. You guys know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
It's marble.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a marble brick
Mhm.
that you can skate, and like John Hebert did switch nose grind 180, which is insane.
Mhm.
You have to gap out anything you do, and I fractured my ankle a couple years ago doing like a 5.0 on it, and after that it was kind of hard to like. And then I tried to do switch nose slide gap to switch, and then I rolled my ankle because like
Yeah.
it sucks if you don't go fast enough, you step on the last stair.
Yeah.
And that's both times how I got hurt.
Oh,
But it looks so cool. It's just like a cool looking spot. But
right.
it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It's hard to like think of something that hasn't been done on it. That's like the problem,
Right.
I guess.
What about like for skating stuff? Like, do you have a trick that sticks out to you that like is your favorite because you battled it or it just happened quick? Like whatever the case may be. Like, do you have a trick that sticks out to you that you're just
Like,
like
what's
"Man,
one clip that you're just like you
Super
like to
stoked
tell
on"?
people?
your favorite?"
So that shotgun rail I did the double 50, like the
Ooh.
cross
Yeah, that was
50.
really
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite trick I think I've ever done, and it didn't really take that long. It just was so fun because it was unique.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine might be the like my Ender in Dirty Waters 2. I did that like back 50 and then board slid that rail that's like
That was nuts.
like 90 degrees from it because I was really scared to do it, and I don't know. You know when you're like shaky and you have that feeling like where you're like, I can't do this. I like had that feeling, but I just did it anyway for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But the stupid thing is, so I did it and like it was scary. Like I was like shaky when I did it and I landed it. But like it's really hard to keep your speed when you're going like 90 degrees onto the board slide.
Right.
So I landed it fine, but I was like, I want to see if I can land it going faster. And so I did the back 50, and then when I ollied into the board slide, I just stuck, and then I sacked it. And like when I sacked the rail, I grabbed it like this so that I could like try to stop myself.
Yeah.
But then I like swung my head down and I split my forehead open, and I had to get stitches and stuff.
Damn.
But then it got on hull meat, so that was kind of cool.
Wasn't the
nice.
lady
There you
really
go.
rude to you that was giving you the stitches?
Yeah, she was really rude to me. She didn't numb it, and it was like painful. So I
Damn.
was like, and she also did it in the hallway of the hospital, which was weird.
Yeah.
And she was like,
What?
I would never let my kids skateboard, blah, 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 blah. She was like, how old are you? And I was like, 21.
Like, all right, but
whatever,
like,
and she was
I'm a
like-
patient. You shouldn't be like judging me right now.
Yeah.
I'm in pain. Like, what?
And she was like, you don't need any. She was like, if you're out there skateboarding, you don't need it this numbed or whatever. So it was weird because
My
I could just
God.
feel her
She was
doing
trying
it.
to teach you a lesson like,
I mean,
this is
no,
gonna
that's-
hurt as
Yeah, that
punishment.
was really weird. And that was just a weird. It was
That's
just
whack. That's bizarre.
It's
Yeah.
the trick I did that, like, there's other tricks I like better, but that one just has a lot of story behind it.
Alex, do you have a favorite trick?
My next one.
Your
Hey.
next-
Ah.
That can be taken in many ways.
Well, that was gonna be my next like segment. Was like what or not segment, but next
I love your
question.
segments.
My next question was, so your favorite trick that you ever did, but what's like one trick that like you still want to try to get? Because there's like one, the fakie tray that I tried in Grand Rapids. I've tried so many times and still have never gotten like it. I'd still want to get it. Like what's a trick like that where?
So the crook nollie flipping ain't nothing better. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's an older one. From
Oh, dude,
09.
that one's.
Okay, so quick story behind that. I tried it all summer long in 09, and then my dad passed away at the very end of August, and I was going back to school. And I didn't think, like, at that time, too, I was like, I'm over it. I had a lot of footage at the time. Long story short, Jeremy hit me up one time and was just like, hey, like, what's going on? Do you want to come into town? I was just like, why? He's just like, oh, you just come into town, hang out. He's like, trying to help me out or whatever. I was like, sure. Going to town, I'm with Carell. So it was me, Jeremy, and my friend Carell. And we went to this spot. It's those silver rails, if you've ever seen it. It's like a handicap rail or whatever. I'm trying to think of a trick somebody did on it. Jay-Z did front 50, back big spin out in the recent video.
Yes.
So we went there, and I was trying to do crook nollie flip over on it forever. Went and did it within probably 10 tries. That was probably a week and a half after my dad died. So that one sticks out. The fakie flip over mini tees and what was it? Spazzatura. I did it 2 days before the premiere. It was December 18th or whatever. I just finished student teaching, so I'm done with college now. I was fucking hyped. Jeremy again hits me up. He's like, yo, it's 55 degrees. What?
You guys are out of control.
No. Jeremy hits me up. It's 55 degrees. Do you want to go to mini tees and try it one more time? And I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Sure. So I did that 2 days before the premiere. Literally, it's Wednesday
2
evening.
days before the premiere.
It's Wednesday, right? Thursday evening is Rough Riders 2 at the fucking Russell Industrial.
Yeah.
And then the next day is the Spazzatura Datsnare 3 premiere at the Crowfoot.
Damn.
So Jeremy,
I
because
feel like I
Jeremy,
knew that, but I didn't. Know
Jeremy
that.
didn't make copies, so he was like, listen, he's like, if you want to try it one more time, we'll throw it in there. So literally my song and everything
that's
ends,
cool.
and then the footage gets thrown in there. And I did it in probably 20 minutes. I went from trying it all summer long, hours, I did it in 20 minutes.
That must have
Wow.
felt good.
It felt fucking great.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
both those clips are heavy.
So now
Yeah.
are you gonna
Cool.
claim your one you didn't get?
Yeah, what's one
Or,
that
like,
you haven't gotten yet?
This is the bunt now, where it's
Probably the switch flip.
you know how they have that where they're like,
That's one
what's
I'll never
one
get
trick
to do.
that
I
got
need to
away?
catch up on that.
I'll never get to do the switch because the spot's gone, right? If
Mhm.
anything, then
Oh, that does suck. Yeah,
that one does hurt deep down because
Yeah.
I've seen the footage.
you've
on
tried that
extras.
so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the front nose big spin at Canton at this point because I think everything else I've done that I've been stoked on, probably the front nose big spin at
That's
Canton.
good.
Preston, what's a trick you still want to get?
I want to get it, but I don't know if I will. I tried that double kink, that board slide, and I shattered my elbow. I knew I could do it if I just committed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, the rail is aluminum.
Oh.
And so, like, I was 19. I had just moved there. It was like 2 months. It was like my first 3 weeks of college, you know.
Okay.
So everything's brand new to me. And, like, I felt so confident. I felt like, all right, if I get on it, like, I can just go. And I made it down, and I hit the kink all the way to the tip of the flat. And then I launched off my first attempt. And I was like, oh, my gosh. I got to the second part of the kink. I could do this. And then a cop rolled up, and I got really, like, jittery, and I started wigging out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just got to go for it.
Gotta go for it.
Yeah, because Dave was trying that lip slide that was in his Exeter.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And so Dave's talking it up, and he's like, dude, you almost had it. Let's get it right here. And so I was like, oh, no, cop, go for it. And so I did. And, like, I feel like if I stuck immediately, you know, and I just launched all the way to the
you hit
bottom.
the first kink. Like, you stuck at the flat.
I stuck at the flat, you know, and, like, I launched and I hit my head. I think I got a concussion, honestly, from that. I never checked with the doctors because the doctors were looking at my elbow.
You got up really quick, though.
Yeah, I didn't know I broke my arm. I'd never broken anything or shattered anything and stuff. And so, like, I was when I found out, I actually tried to pick up my skateboard with the hand that I just shattered. And when I felt it, like, flop and give out, I was like, something's definitely wrong.
Oh, fuck, man.
And if I could go back to that day, I think if I had just put a little bit of wax on the rail, I would have made it. If I didn't stick right there, I feel like I honestly could have made it. But I will never go back and try it again.
Yeah.
But after that, it was really weird because I broke my arm, you know. And, like, I talked to Peter, and Dave's still trying the lip slide, you know, keep in mind. Like, the cops just watching Dave, like, post it up.
Yeah, it's like
Dave.
that clip in the Pyramid Country
yeah.
video
Yeah,
where,
and you're
like,
just chilling with a broken arm.
Hogue goes like that to the cop,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, so this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, while that's happening, I'm like, guys, I think I need to go to the hospital. Because,
No
like,
way.
I immediately I was just, like, in shock. I went pale white. And we parked, like, about, like, a mile and a half away from that spot. You know, like, parking lot was very far, and class was still in session. So, like, I'm holding my arm, you know, and, like, I'm wandering through, like, just piles of people. Like, they're just watching me walk like a zombie through them. Pete's like, I'm going to go run and get the car, whoever car it was. I think it was, like...
It was Dave's Jeep.
It was like the Jeep. Like, so Pete's like, I'm just going to go run. You just keep walking because, like, I couldn't walk very fast, you know?
Right, yeah.
You look like you were going to vomit the whole time.
Like,
I thought you were going to vomit.
I was, like, a different color, you know? And so... Pete drives me to he just Googles, like, hospital or something. And, like, he drives me to the nearest like place that was like a hospital, you know.
Reminds me of the weekend thing.
Hospital.
Yeah.
And it was like a student hospital or something that I got driven to because I walked in there and I was like, hey, I broke my arm. And the lady's like stamping papers and stuff.
Yeah.
Be like, get in line, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't really even care, like, 'cause
Right.
you're fine. And then as soon as, like, they got my jacket off and they looked at it, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
And
Dude, that's the
it looked
worst
gnarly.
thing
Yeah.
We have a
ever.
photo of
Is
that.
when they
When
walk
the-
in
when
and
the
like, oh
doctor
my
says,
God.
"Oh,
fuck, get this guy out of here."
Yeah, because, like, everyone was brushing me off. And then when they took my jacket off and saw my arm, they were like, oh.
This zombie spot the
So they immediately inject a needle in my neck. And I'm like, no. But they had to, like, drug me up and reset my arm and stuff. And, like, during this period of time, they knocked me out, reset my arm. I woke up, and I get woken up to Pete feeding me pudding. He's feeding me some, like, vanilla pudding and stuff. It was pretty tight, but I was still drugged up, and I remember
You're
only
being really
snippets of it.
funny. You know?
Yeah.
All right, you guys got any final thoughts? Cheers.
Community college is
Let's
cheap.
cheers these ribbits.
Rip
Yeah.
it.
We crushed them. Cheers,
Yeah.
boys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. You guys are always welcome to come back. We can do another episode if you want.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Right on.
Hell yes.
Booyah.
All right. Thank you.
I love you guys.
I love
How
you.
we doing?